Yo, 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 yo! We are live and back with another episode of Honkai Star Rail. Oh boy, we're gonna be finishing this main story today, for sure this time. Yeah. Howdy, Xavier. Good to see you in the chat. Oh my God, we are in quite the dilemma. We are rushing against the clock at this point because we still haven't done the new event and stuff. So I don't know if that's gonna be tomorrow or what, but we'll see. I have to squeeze that in somewhere. But today, you know, main story takes priority, so we're gonna get that done for sure. I honestly didn't believe you when you said you plan on getting DS2 done before the end of this month, but you're actually doing it. Well, there isn't that much. Like, that's why I said, like, I can do it before the end of the month, because it's a very realistic prospect, right? I was really committed. I probably have, like, beyond the website, I probably have it all done by the end of this month, realistically. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get some of the side characters and things that I'd want to also cover for a hypothetical book in the future, but, like, in terms of, like, just, like, the content I want to post, yeah, it's not that hard. Like, Pharaohs, very short topic. Astrologists, you know, that might be a slightly longer topic depending on how in-depth I want to go into it and referencing my work in Abyssal Archive, but, like, it's not crazy. Hey, I am good to see ya. But, like, overall, I'm very confident in what I can get done with, look at my jank ass Remembrance MC. I have done basically the bare minimum. The bare minimum. And now I realize I don't even have, like, all his Eidolons and stuff there. Like, I'm missing, like, ultimate crit rate is set at 100. I mean, I guess that's nice. Nothing too crazy I want, though. Anyway, he is so jank. Even his relics are, like, just whatever. Whatever to make him fast, really. Still not fast enough, though, funny. Honestly, I'm just not too crazy about Remembrance MC, but I kind of need him for Castress. I've tried him with other, I've tried other supports and stuff. It just doesn't work for her as well. Yeah, so Dark Souls 2 stuff, yeah, that's gonna be done on its own time. But like HSR right now, that I don't know how we're gonna squeeze everything in before the time limit's up, right? Yeah, and we still have a few days after that, so I'd want to do side quests and stuff at some point, but I just don't know if that's gonna happen with the rate we're going. Finishing DS2 soon? Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I am. Anyway, let's continue with the main story. We were getting stuff from Cypher, right? Because we're trying to go to I think it's Idonia. There we go.
Bright and sunny. Just the weather for farewells. You're here.
Really? Just the three of us? I'll go give Aglaya a heads up.
No need. I already told her. She's fine with it.
They really need to fix the lip sync that's going on with her and Castress. I don't know what it is, but it's a little obnoxious. Also, I'll be honest, I really like Cypher's design, and I like her voice and everything. I remember someone saying that there was a problem that people have with her. Is it just that she doesn't do the meow thing? Like she doesn't do the meow? I can live with that. I can live without any cat puns in my dialogue. Again, I don't hate it or anything when it's done, but, like, I'm just saying, like, is that really, like, what people are making a big stink about? Because I can't think of anything else on why you would dislike this character. She doesn't do anything, like, egregious, right? Today was crazy. Was it, I am? Do tell.
You sure know how to put me in a spot, Castress.
Oh, God.
I need to travel with you, but I can't touch you. What a bother. Sorry. Aw, I was just teasing. Don't take it to heart. Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the River of Souls and enter the Netherrealm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Netherrealm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay. And then we'll just have to go through the motions.
You sure are helpful when it doesn't cost you anything. We already paid you so much. Just how much have you swindled Castress of? She's to talk like the Palicles! Only if I get to talk Monster Hunter language. It's a requirement. If she's cat girl, she has to have the classic meow pun. No, Hayam, it's not required. If we can have Foxians that don't speak in fox puns, we can have cats that don't speak in cat puns. Alright, so let's see. You sure are helpful when it doesn't cost you anything. Just how much you swindled Castress of.
Don't worry. It's not a lot.
Wow.
All right, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' powers going. A fleet-footed trip to the Nether Realm. Here we come. Oh, one last thing before we go. I gotta give you this piece of advice. Especially to you, Princess Homebody. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once. So make the most of every moment you have.
Oh.
Get ready. Be steady. Hi, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye.
Oh!
All done. Bye-bye.
So wait, she's actually the Flash! That's funny!
Are you feeling all right?
I swear she was speeding! Where am I? Are we still at Emporius? What the fuck just happened? She's
the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains incredible speed that lets her travel anywhere in an instant.
She's actually the Roadrunner!
Just like how she clearly had no intention of lingering here for even a second longer. We can only depend on ourselves for the rest of the way.
Anime Flash, yeah.
Don't worry. Mem's here to help.
Oh, thank God, you're not speaking Mems! Can you tell, Mem, did you pay your fare?
I don't think I even meet the height requirement for the ticket, so I won't need one, right?
I guess we'll see.
This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves.
Oh.
Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing Thanatos is somewhere in these ruins. This is the land of their birth. Or perhaps of their death. Anaxa had
Are there any other clues?
used a secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Circe's and Kephaly. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by Thanatos and caught a glimpse of the flowing river of souls. This alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls of mortals and titans attract each other. Even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years, and even their followers haven't been able to find them. Perhaps that special attraction could summon them here.
Oh, so are we going to use that Philosopher's Stone to conjure the Titan?
I guess that's the only way. The only leads we have now are the name of this city and the fairy tale about the dragon.
Thanatos is even more mysterious than I am.
Oh.
Indeed. Even one as erudite as Anaxa could only point us to this place, and no further. We will be entering the unknown as soon as we take our first steps. But that won't be the first time in my long journeys. I believe that, rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
It seems, from what I can tell from a quick look, that probably she isn't powerful. I imagine that is the thing, right? Because if her whole thing is like trickery and stuff, that doesn't lend yourself to like super strength. So if she just gets to have like super speed, then yeah, it makes sense. And she's just a thief, right? Though granted, who knows? Who knows what being a demigod affords you by default? Dragon Seed cameo when? We're gonna get a dragon cameo, that's for sure. Anyway, so this is... Oh! Thanatos, the hand of shadow, bearer of faith, steersman of souls, we pray you stay far from us to make the dying of a person a blessing. So Thanatos is probably here. I also say I appreciate how lore, like, again, obviously Styxia, River Styx, all that stuff, right? But I actually appreciate that, like, lore-wise, it's connected to the Titan related to water and the ocean and stuff, and that's sort of like, you know, the way they connected, and
back
Thanatos
whence
is
you
kind of just
came.
incidentally here.
Go back.
Oh! Oh. According to the Mystified Forest, a certain hero, Castro Kremnos, was dipped upside down into the River of Souls as birthed by his mother, believing its waters would grant him invulnerability. However, because the mother held him by his ankle, that spot remained untouched by the river, leaving a single weak point. Is this river truly as miraculous as the legends say? There's only one way to find out. Experimentation! After all, truth is tested through practice. And here, no miracle of Hornix will protect you. You decide to... Wait a second, who says the experiment has to be on yourself? Scoop a whole bucket and bring it back to the bath for everyone to try. See how I shove black tide creatures into the River of Souls? Might as well poke you with the bat and see what happens! Alright, let's see. Congrats, you obtained the Undying Bat! Its weak point is wherever you're holding it. Scoop a whole bucket. Unfortunately, the River of Souls isn't actually water. It's a phenomenon, something you cannot take with you. Oh. But you could try rallying your bath-loving friends to come here and test it out with you. Oh no, it's the same thing. See how I shove black tide creatures in here? Those monsters are seriously unlucky, scaring themselves all day long, only to end up getting scared by you instead. Plop. Tell me, did you drop this golden monster or this silver one? I didn't drop any monster! I dropped a regular monster. I didn't see anything, you're just making this up, aren't you? I dropped a regular monster. What honest child? If I had a monster to give, I would offer it to you. Anyways, the River Soul doesn't really do much to those monsters, and let's be real, this water runs deep. Oh, okay. Well, this covers all our other experiments. I could try it myself. For the sake of keeping most of your body intact and avoiding a whoops full submersion situation, you decide to start with just your feet. People always said I had no knees and can't jump. Now, worst case, I have no ankles. Physically speaking, of course. Dip and immediately shove your limb in, no hesitation. If there were fish in this river, this might actually count as fishing. Someone or something must be looking out for you. You emerge completely unharmed. Aw. Maybe, just maybe, you have an invincible ankle. The legendary Kalis' heel! Next time you're in battle, make sure and tell your enemies to aim for the ankles. This is definitely not the place to linger. Look around, there aren't even any holy city guards nearby. You fall in, who's pulling you out? Well, that just happened! Achilles tendon. Finish the first half of Persona 3. Nice! Great to hear that. So have you hit the big, the big midway point then? You had the big reveals? So, it's the same thing, okay. There has to be something else we could do with that if it's letting me interact more. Also, skip lore. Let's see. Also this. Oh, ferryman of the River of Souls, where are you? Insects devour my fingers, wild grass creeps up my back, yet the bells chime cannot summon you, as they've long since fallen silent in my decaying years. Okay. Did he lose his knees? No, they're invincible, clearly. I actually want to test this. Will the dialogue come back if I reset this area by doing this? Oh god, this is a big area too. Please don't let it be that I'm skipping lore again.
Go back
here we go.
whence you came. Go back. Ahead lies the realm of the dead.
The eulogistic butterflies flutter through this land of death. The path to Netherrealm is never lonely. Oh. Lore!
What a beautiful butterfly. Is it talking to us?
This is a eulogistic butterfly.
Okay, eulogistic.
They are found in places where many have met their demise. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan has made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the Netherrealm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather, direct.
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the realm of the dead.
Alright, let's see.
These shadowy figures.
Let's wait.
Are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Huh? What was that? We had lighting change for a second there. Oh!
Mommy told us to go ahead first, but she's still not here yet. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how many days have passed since then. Perhaps Mommy will be back once you finish counting the days on all 10 fingers. 1, 2, 3. It's been much longer than 10 days since we left Mommy.
Oh.
Strange. For reflections in the River of Souls, they seem oddly animated.
Only one you can talk to, too.
Mommy? Strange. For reflections in the River of Souls, they seem oddly...
But, Master, did that lady really lie to us? The Centurion personally instructed us to inlay the inscription into his shield, but now she's taken it away.
My child, that shield can never be cast, and there's no need for it anymore. Come, child. What is the name of that Centurion again? Actually, never mind. Forget I said that. I'll wait with you for her to come back. When that happens, you'll be able to keep making shields.
Don't be afraid, pal. Let's open our eyes wide, together.
Uh-huh. Has anyone ever looked upon the intertwining moon phases, trying to glimpse the future foretold by Orynyx? The twin moons are broken mirrors of the sun. Within them, we see only reflections of ourselves. Perhaps Akbala has already seen through the absurdity of it all.
Do you want to buy any fish?
Fish? Fish?
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. More living people.
Oh, you've seen some before?
I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. Buying fish without paying. If I ever see her again, I will...
It's Cypher.
Could it be that... you're all dead souls that never achieved rest?
The Nether Realm does not exist. Titan rejects you. Me.
So, do you want to buy any fish?
But there aren't any fish nearby.
Are the fish gone?
Oh, God.
The people are gone too. I can only keep selling fish. So, do you want to buy any fish?
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of savings, but perhaps there's another way for me to release you from your suffering. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers.
This...
I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're supposed to reach the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls. Yet, they have floundered upon the shoals of the stream, unable to move forward. Did Thanatos reject them? Or perhaps they didn't really die at all?
What does it mean to die on this planet, honestly? Perhaps all of us can still use some CPR.
Why are you identifying as a dead person now? Don't give up on yourself!
I am a dead person,
I
technically.
have no idea. This circumstance is completely unprecedented. Hang on. Didn't he say more living people? So that means he's seen other members of the living apart from us?
Bet you it's Cypher.
Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
If something is done out of goodwill,
There we go.
are you really gonna call it deceit?
Goodwill? I can't see anything good out of... Wait a minute. Lady Cypher?
That's me.
Are you dead too?
I still belong to the land of the living as of now. Thank you very much.
Could it be that you are the living being that those souls met?
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood by all of them.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the Netherrealm. So now they're stuck in a few brief moments of their life. Unable to move forward or back. Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Styxia is so freaky.
Then why have you come back, Lady Cypher?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world.
Wow, what a shocker.
Especially that stinky river of souls.
Cat hates to be sopping wet. More news at 7.
But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. And I reckon you should know about it. It's about that boy who defied death. I found traces of him here.
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful, that's for you lot to figure out. So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
Huh? She disappeared just like that?
Sped off.
Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit. In any case, she has brought us some valuable information. If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He will find his way, even in the realm of the dead.
Speaking of finding the way, how are we supposed to get over there?
Don't worry. It's time for me to shine. Ornyx's rune of recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river to before it got flooded.
How convenient. Oh, no more spirits here. Oh. Your weapon is your comrade. Forge it well and never betray you. A smith once gave this advice to a warrior.
Hey, over here!
Oh! Interact with the runes base, obtain rune. With the rune in possession, the Oracle's orb's illumination radius moves with your character. Ooh.
Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Oh!
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Okay, so that's why there was that glitch earlier. It was because they were... It was getting confused with whether it was going to be day or night for a split second there. Wonder why that happened. Oh! I found my chest!
Take it, if it's to your liking.
Let's see. No! Time is not your friend! It took the chest away from me! Oh, this is cool. Scumbags! Let's break Mem's wings. No! Poor Mem! Mem no longer Mem, so I'm happy. Damn. Damn. So that's how they're gonna do it. No, I got a better idea. Damn. That's not gonna work, right? Ah, damn it. Damn. Damn. That's not gonna work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of this one later. I just cannot think of how I was supposed to solve that one. No!
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
Crazy to think a time when this area wasn't flooded. I guess that's to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh. What the hell am I looking at?
Why the long face? Looking for something else? There are no hidden chests under the sun. Chirp! With the help of the Weaver of Time, the surrounding space will reflect an inverted timeline.
What the hell? Bird? Worm thing? You know what? Maybe
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Fair enough, then. There's my chest.
Take it, if it's to your liking.
We go this way. Oh, there's the Centurion.
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me.
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described.
This is my pet, so I'm actually the hunter class.
What?
A campaign? Who are you campaigning against?
Nobody knows, as of now. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached, as it is the doorway between the netherworld and the mortal realm. As for the rest of the scouts, they've completely lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, The scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needed to be given a new designation.
An unprecedented calamity. Could it be death?
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death is just one of the possibilities. It's too early to come to a definitive conclusion.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the era Chrysia before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
I wonder how that works if you don't have a concept of death before, right? It's like, if you didn't have death, then how would you even be able to conceptualize the idea of, like, you know, oh, there's this thing called death that's here now, right? I don't know, that's a very interesting question to ponder, you know?
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally together. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable?
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
Oh. I think he asked that already. Is he a loop on repeat?
Oh, it's the same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists.
That's not gonna compute.
Styxia is no more? This cannot stand! Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality.
Sir, I am the Maiden of War, sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing.
Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long.
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment.
Is it over? Have we won?
Cass, oh, are you all right?
I'm fine.
I mean, she got 3 people done in one touch.
I just didn't expect that I would still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead.
Well, what do you know? Learn
Is
something
this
new every day.
a remnant of his soul?
What? What? Make sure there's no chests I should be. That seems to be continuing with the area.
Well then, why should I place my trust in you, holy maiden from afar?
Wait, this is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos' heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
What the hell's going on now?
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos Heir's journey.
And yet, you seem to not mind. This is quite surprising to me.
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes you, Casterus.
You seem to hear a sigh of contentment as if it comes from the mouth of some colossal being. Then the scenes of the past abruptly dissipated.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Oryx's rune?
Perhaps. But I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one that I will never forget.
It seems that the Council of Elders manipulated you once already.
Indeed. While my relationship with the Council has always been quite ambiguous, Lady Aglaya has never taken any precautions against me. Instead, she's shown me nothing but complete trust. I really want to repay her for that trust.
Uh-huh.
But why would this memory appear right now? Is this really Oryx's power?
Could it be Thanatos watching you? That's the only thing I can think of. Because apparently that didn't happen here. There's something there, yeah.
Could these dead monsters actually be...
If Lady Cypher is to be believed, this could be the handiwork of Lord Mighty. He's still fighting against the Black Tide, even in the Netherrealm.
Why are the Black Tide monsters here too? Can they swim in the River of Souls?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept Black Tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price.
Will we suffer the same fate as well? We're also here to trespass upon the Titans.
Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Alright, if you say so.
Repay!
Let's go.
Life is not willed here.
Serenity is before me.
As you wish.
Let's settle this.
Embrace a new life.
Alright. Boom.
May wandering souls find their own way out. The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet another aspect of a Titan's divine power.
Uh-huh. I heard a chest. There's one.
I want to make something.
If Dan Heng was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
Is that so?
If Lady Hycelens was still alive,
Hycelens,
I think she might be able to do that too.
So that's how they pronounce that. Hycelens, the savior of Dot! I guess we'll see. Will she be the physical Dot that we need? Oh. Oh, can't use that puzzle, huh? I see. I see. Oh, thank God this works. Oh, but there's a chest! Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see how bad I am here. Should be something like this, right? Yeah, there we go.
I've seen puzzles like this in books.
What are you trying to say? Okay, yeah. So that's how it's going to be able to exist. Yeah, so I can get it even when we get rid of this. Okay.
Let's wait and see.
A day of peaceful repose.
We can't get through here. Let us return to the present.
You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
I suppose so. Nothing good.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Nope, I will be trashing that thing immediately. Water rushes down the waterfall as if carrying with it stars of the past. Some say all rivers of Emporius are the very lifeblood of Fagusa, flowing ever onward to the true ocean. Alright, let's see. I guess I assume the boss is going to be in the tower thing we saw from the outside, right? Like, it's always the Seath Tower where you fight the dragon boss.
Why isn't there a god yelling in the distance? Indeed, my downtrodden fellow, your sorrow and joy are but means for me to amuse myself. I will at least derive some comfort. If all the tears that I had shed were determined by some mightier being above.
It's... you people.
You people? Oh, because it's it's the Idonian, so it's people from her town that she was at during her second. I guess it's her second life, I suppose. I'm so curious how this all works out.
Must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
To make something with it. But what to make?
All flames will eventually die, all flowers will wilt. In the withered garden, the traveler's steps grow slower, each breath aging them in sorrow, as moonlight shifts and shadows linger. Yeah, I have not gotten into the stuff I need to do. Yeah, okay. Remember casters once spoke of the origins of the eugelistic butterflies. Some believe them to be on the final obsession of the deceased, others believe them to be Thanatos' messengers. They are always found in places where many have met their demise. Lost human, if you could say one last thing before leaving this world, what would it be? Farewell, Honkai Star Rail! I want to live 500 more years, I'm going to go to a deep EP. I left my Trailblaze legacy at... I live if I stay quiet, right? I left my Trailblaze legacy at... Such suspense. I still recall the last words of some of the deceased, if you're curious. I mean, I'm interested in some last words. Of course, whose prior words would you like to hear the most? I guess we'll do... Thank you, that's all for now. Come back anytime. Good. So I'm like, no time. No time right now. We can't be listening to everybody's little death gossip. Towers where you find wizards, princesses, and dragons. Yep. God, that's an ominous moon, too. So that tower has to be our end goal. We're not there yet, quite yet. We still got a ways to go. Okay, no, that's how that works. Gotcha. Oh!
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
Huh? This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Oh, I was merely speculating.
Oh, yo.
But it seems I was right.
Well, that worked.
And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident.
Oh.
Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death.
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead. Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry. I'm also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I can't imagine what it'd feel like to roam around this void for centuries.
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries. For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that.
Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved.
I have to question that. I kind of agree with you on this. You should chat with Don Hug about this. Don Hug would be like, nah, immortality is shit. Don Hug would be like, fuck that.
This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time if people managed to strike up a friendship with me. But I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world.
Alright. Oh. Got comments. Oh, you piece of shit! Ah! Why? What the fucking pig is like, what a peaceful day. Oh, I'm just flying around. Like, ah! You goddamn dumb fucker! Get over here, you piece of shit! Give me back my chest! Yeah.
You know what? My mind is going places it shouldn't.
Care to take a guess? Hand over the chest now!
You're a cold one, not caring at all about your old pal Bartholos' state of mind. All right then, let's fight.
How many times do I have to show you this, you dumb man? Little harder. Oh, that's oh boy.
Serenity is before me.
Life is not so fragile. As you wish.
You chose the wrong enemy.
There we go.
Voltaire.
Oh. There we go.
Receive divinity.
Embrace a new life.
This mortal.
Let's do it.
You and guide you on your path.
Die! Yeah. Compensate me.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
Phew! There's something oddly satisfying about getting beaten up and feeling empty inside. What? There used to be a magnificent city-state, right? With just a turn of the cosmic wheel and all vanish in a moment. This is maddening. The Netherrealm's foul water is everywhere, making it possible for me to find any real treasure here.
So that's what this was all about. So you're trying to... Wait a minute, there's hidden treasure?
Well, that's debatable. Even old Bartolos doesn't know where it is. Maybe it never existed to begin with. Or maybe a Bartolos from another space-time did it, and I accidentally downloaded their information. That would make Bartolos a teleslate. What an unexpected twist.
You do kind of look like a robot, I will admit.
What was it that ancestor Zagreus used to say? The world is a stack of recurring destinies. Truth is often less fair than trickery. But they really talk so cohesively like that? Maybe not. It's been so long, I can't remember things clearly anymore. But you're different, Kalis. I won't forget such a fascinating name.
Now give me back my chest, you asshole! Give me my 5 jade! Oh, what's this? Oh, Pollux, who died young. You were meant to unfurl your wings of bones and send the stench of death to the city-states. Yet now you rest in peaceful slumber, your bones covered in moss like a forgotten whale. What's this? We're referencing good old whale worship here? In my Asian RPG? You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
Wow. This place is so spacious. Is this the kingdom's vault?
It's time to use Ornyx's miracle. I guess here when I see these vertical structures.
Broken stairs, blocked paths. This place is gonna fall down soon. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a person. Oh, more like a soul guarding it.
But how should we get up there?
Let's see.
Let's wait.
A day of peaceful repose.
The path is blocked yet again.
Ornyx's gate always appears in times like this. How convenient.
Yep, how convenient. Oh no.
Look, there's even a platform lift over there.
Oh no. Okay, Hugh, I can't actually go over anywhere from here, so that simplifies things for me. Except... well, that saved me some trouble. Come on, come on!
A chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
Are these like parts of Thanatos? Like, are these like gross? They kind of remind me of Dragon Bone, you know? Like a spine. I don't know, they just look so unnatural. Ah, I see. Alright, let's try this one, see if I can do any better. There we go. Easy!
Make sure you keep it safe.
Easy! I see, so that's how they're gonna do it. Okay. Ooh. I will say, I do like all the time manipulation mechanics they added to this planet. It's definitely really cool, kind of being able to, like, freely, like, you know... I'm literally traveling around, and the area immediately for me is a different time, right? And they combine it with this, like, day-night cycle idea they got going, so it all works out real nicely.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
I see. Darn. Darn. We have to get rid of this now, that's for sure. Okay. In that case, we have to go across here.
Wait! What if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Oh, God!
Mem, do you really want me to answer that?
We die. Oh, God! This is the... You know what? Never mind. The terrible mechanic. They never should have added this. What were they thinking? Oh, God. Yeah, I was like, there has to be. There has to be more to it. There we go.
I've learned something.
Yep, and there's the chest.
Make sure you keep it safe.
I can't remember. Was there anything up here that I wanted to grab? But not really. Oh, there is a chest here, though. Okay. But no way to get down. Okay. Alrighty, then. Yeah, this is a trippy place. Yeah, leave. What was the other option that I had? Yeah, change direction. Oh, that's a different spot. Oh, come on. I'm right there! There we go. I miss Sparkle. Alright, how about this? Nice. There's the chest! Relics for the Sea of Soul. Ah, it's shit! It's shit! Yeah. Ow. Oh, lol. Can't reverse it. You didn't see anything!
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Ooh. We'll prepare this. Get a little bit of ambrosia. Oh, no, wait, we've been there. Okay. Ow! Alright, let's do this. I heard something? Voices? Maybe I'm crazy. This. 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 Huh? Alright, so what do I need to do? I need to get these 4 pieces to make that shape, right? So... there we go. Boom. Easy.
Learn something.
I think that's it. I think we're done here. Oh, we had a brief disconnect for a second there. Looks like we had looks like OBS had a senior moment. I think we're all good still. Okay, yeah, I think we're reconnected again. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's do this. Woo! OSD for this place is nice. Alright, let's go find our way back. Go in there. Yeah, we good. I'm so used to not having internet problems anymore that it's so weird now seeing it where I actually have them, because it's like, okay, it's not me. It's actually just something going on with the system. Already went there, already went there. Actually, how much is in this room? Oh, I don't think it says it for this room, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have to hope that I did, in fact, get them all. Hello.
Don't come near me!
Huh? Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
Let me fight him! Is this Roblox? This is in fact not Roblox. Chief of which should be the reason, because these do not look like blocks. Oh yeah, your Ethan hasn't dialogue while, huh? Yeah, it really was, I think, the network card. I think the network card just became faulty, and it just became, well, you know, faulty. So it didn't always recognize the internet connection at all times, which is the dumbest shit, but whatever, right? It's fixed now. New PC, new hardware, new everything. These are the troubles that powerhouses like us face.
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening.
Castris, you kill people with your touch.
You have a point. Although, while this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior. While that spirit didn't harm me, his blows really packed a hefty punch.
Oh, so Mindamos, okay.
A warrior? Could it be...
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death? Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux? Is that the embodiment of No. Death?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it. But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
Uh-oh. Well, Kestrus, that might put you in an awkward spot. He's a hologram. Why is he afraid? He's a spirit, technically.
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of Amphorius with this unprecedented power.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
As for whether this rumor is true, well, no one knows.
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us. Please, treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
You know, without context, that does not sound right.
You... Are you...
The Reaper.
Thank you.
This is his...
What are we gonna see this time?
Then you granted him death?
Oh.
That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so.
I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but... I am still in a state of turmoil.
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words...
Not that different from you.
You feel that he's similar to you?
Yes. Since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes. That's why he approached me and pleaded. Pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner.
I have not made peace with death. I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world. Just like how I shouldn't exist.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine?
You make it quick, we have a dragon to slay.
It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago.
Oh!
A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
Oh!
What? But wait a minute. That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
I've already had an inkling for a while now.
Uh-huh.
But I honestly have no memories of Styxia. my memories only begin after Amunet brought me to Idonia.
It's kind of funny thinking how the Titan of Strife was being used by the king of Castrum Kremnos in order to try to, like, you know, have like this like ultimate weapon with which to use against his enemies.
Keep moving forward. Always.
Yeah, it seems like the same thing was happening with the queen of
It's yet another
Styxia
eulogist butterfly.
and the Death Titan.
Are we getting closer to the Netherrealm?
Shut up! Just shut up! Even if that girl is evil, there's no reason for you to absolve that monster. It was the both of them, who trapped us in this crevice between life and death.
Don't be scared. They haven't noticed us at all.
How about now? No, I'm not talking to you, random worm bird thing. We're getting there. We're making our way to the tower. Alright, spear. Of course.
Oh, this is...
We're going up to the Duke's archives! Woo!
Living ones?
Oh, oh, hey, Spirit. Give me a second, Mr. Spirit Man. Just doing some repairs. There just had to be enemies here.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
We'll see.
Oh, could you be the scions of Styxia? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here?
Oh, this is the alchemist
Just
guy!
arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation.
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance?
I've definitely heard that name many times today. Its pilot is probably right here.
You don't have to describe it like that, mister.
You have? Then that's good. During the Age of Myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
Ah. So death is like the actual end, but the spirits that exist are because Pollux is refusing to let them have that end. I see.
So, it's just as I feared.
I see. You and that dragon, are you to the two sides of the same coin?
This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds. But this River of Souls was blocked by Pollux's fall.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower. Although, I am still missing the most crucial material of all. That final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task.
You're kind of
Take this, all of you, and please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
This
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Nether Realm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth.
Calling that a talent is, oh boy.
She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing all of the suffering that we went through.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death.
By Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name.
Huh?
Before I am swept away by the River of Souls.
What?
Please, let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Oh. Like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor.
Oh.
Perches on the twig of death.
Well, that's a...
Castorus. That shall be her name.
Wait, there was actually a reason that...
That's where my name comes from?
Well, actually, it comes from Castor and Pollux of Greek mythology. But hey, we have to have our double meanings here. A massive roar in the distance. How would you rate this game's lore? Ooh, that's a tough one, because it's a sci-fi title. So, like, it's a spacefaring adventure type. So it's like, there's a lot of lore. Like, a lot. Like, how do you... Like, I'd probably, if I had to, like, give it, like, a guesstimate, probably I'd give it a solid 8 at least. Because there's just, like, so much to, like, the universe and the different planets that they even talk about, and, like, the history of, like, the places, and, like, then there's, like, space colonies and spaceships and all that stuff. And, like, all the different mechanics and things. Like, you got Penacony with its, like, Memoria, like, system and all that stuff. And how that completely changes it. And then it's got the history with all the factions, like the IPC, right? Like, there's just a lot, right? And then you add into it, you got a bit of that historical ambiguity. Because there's an entire faction whose entire purpose is dedicated to obscuring actual real history. So that way people don't remember the past properly. So that adds a lot of, like, kind of questions and mystery about, okay, what's true, what's, like, exaggeration, what's been tampered with. Like, there's a lot. And it's really enjoyable. And I haven't even read, like, I'd say, like, at least, like, 70% of it. Like, because so much of it's in, like, books and writings and stuff. So, like, I don't know. It'd be hard for me to, like, judge it overall. But, like, there's a lot to it. You can tell the devs are passionate about, like, you know, the worlds and the stories that they're telling. So, there's that.
The sound's back. What is making that ruckus?
All right.
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
Black Tide creations. When did they... Mister, please fight them with caution.
Why caution?
Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
Uh-huh. Oh, I get it. You don't want me dying. Okay.
Everyone, hide behind me.
Let's go.
Mini.
As you wish.
Wanted to doubt farewell.
Life is not willed here.
Let's settle this.
Yeah, there we go.
Embrace a new life.
There's so many of them. How are we holding up?
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
There we go.
Heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Please share darkness with me.
All right, here we go. Boom! 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 Boom!
May death protect us.
Here. Our souls.
There's more? That was all I got!
For the feast of strife. Upon their triumphant return.
Oh, Mighty's here! What the fuck, man?
You?
Lord Mighty?
Oh, I missed you so much that it almost killed me. Unintended. You're adventuring in the River of Souls too?
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
Why are you glowing?
That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary.
Oh, I get it. You're a soul too right now.
I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
You got it, demigod.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to. Why does death reject you?
Because he was dipped in the river, right?
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow. I'll go against the current and kill my way out of this cursed nether realm. That is my destiny.
Seems to be stuttering. Is this really the proud Mighty?
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death.
I thought that immortality thing would be easier for him, you know?
It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment.
Thanatos. Challenge. Death.
That's right.
What a
If we can
contrarian,
work
yeah.
together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
No more death! Yay!
Let's go together, Castoris.
We can all be immortal.
Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way.
Cass, are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice.
I'm not afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
I'm really starting to wonder now, because, you know, like, death on this planet clearly does not work the same as it does on others. So I'm really starting to question if there really is some form of, like, simulation theory going on here, where essentially the entire planet is just, like, it's some sort of simulated data that allows you so that way, oh, you have no death. Oh, now we've added, like, the death program to the system. And that's now allowing death to exist. But there's also a system that denies that, so your data gets saved as, like, a soul spirit thing, right? Like, oh my god, not you again! We're so close. You piece of shit! Get back here. There we go. Get back here! Maybe have to go through all this, sure. Come on!
Behold, a great work of old Bartholos! This huge raw stone was pilfered from the bottomless depths of the sea. Then, to determine if it really held a crystal filled with magical power, the stone was lifted to the sky to split it open and peer inside. Stop it, you're no Titan. So how much would that thing fetch? Stop playing games and give me the chest! You're no fun at all, old buddy. Fine, I was just spinning a tale. This is the nether realm after all, worlds apart from the mortal realm. Who knows what those things in the sky actually are? But I must admit, the view is absolutely killer.
Oh, I just noticed there's 2 moons. Oh, and one's red. Oh no.
Wait, did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Well, I suppose there wouldn't be any living being left to tell the tale of what this killer on the news.
Whatever. Give me my chest, you asshole.
Make sure you keep it safe.
Alright, we're almost there. We just escaped the prison tower. We're now heading over to Seat's tower. We're so on the money right now. Just a little bit longer. We'll make it. Yay! Okay, good. I don't feel like it. It's screw me over. Like, I was, like,
I've
literally
seen
right
puzzles
there.
like this in books.
Yes. Oh, lore. Lore. Speaking of how much, I talk about it, but how much of the bookshelf do I have for Emporius alone? I'll be honest, I actually have a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, like, I have a good, like, I think close to, like, 65%, somewhere around there. Like, there aren't that many books I'm missing here, considering I haven't done side quests or anything for this planet. And then the achievements. Oh my god, there is... Oh boy. What's this? The feast is long ended, the songs long silenced. This evening bell tolls, and the drowned still drift, their faces mirrored in the stars above. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower.
This is going to be difficult.
Not really. Did Caster Kremnos also have this? Watch me jump over!
Please calm down. If you were to fall into the icy cold river of souls, I'm afraid that you really would die here.
Well, only die once!
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the 4 of us to the other side.
Well, you're not, so you're useless, stupid bunny.
The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find the miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Oh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
Oh, of course! Look like it's your time to shine. 1 minute of men being useful comes from 1,000 days of training them!
That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
Just fly over there and grab it, girly. Alright. Anything else I should be... Nope, it looks like we're pretty much set.
Just shout for me when you need my help!
You're supposed to do that when we're out of here! Please, ma'am!
Got it! Just leave it to me!
Oh. There we go.
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel is very smart.
Why am I a squirrel now?
Shut up,
The
stupid
miracle's
bunny.
range is limited. Please come a little closer.
The twin moons embrace. What is this? Freaking Elden Ring?
Aren't I a good fit for Orynyx's priest?
Whatever you say.
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
Alright, here we go. Nothing here, huh? What about over here? Nothing. Okay. Fine. I see how it is.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
Alright, let's see. Boss fight time? I think it's boss fight time. Damn it, I never was able to get any of that stuff back there, though.
Is that
It's Trian! Trian, you're not dead!
Wow, there are so many of you! It's little Cass and little Grape. Oh, there's also little D and the pink puppy! Trian? Aren't you...
Dead? Trian and Mighty, I get it now.
Get what? I'm getting even more confused.
They got golden spirits because golden blood, all that jazz.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm. So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living, and waiting for little Cass.
Oh.
Interesting that this is the closest to the world of the living.
It must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm. Trian promised Treevy and Treenan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it!
Aww! That's cute. Aww. I think how Finance got like the little knight in shining armor look with the sword. Aw, that's cute. Me with my baseball bat. Aw, done hung.
This is what Lady Treeby once mentioned.
Oh.
The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
The Holy Maiden of Yanis. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously? It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Mighty, you seem like you're
Little
gonna lose
Cass,
it. You better hurry.
We don't know what your journey was like before. Treevy has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey!
That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trian, and Lady Treenan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacinth. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Then shall we take one now?
Cass, and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Treevee, Trinin, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
Don't worry, you'll get it when there's no more death.
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mister's life.
Cypher, what are you doing in the corner there?
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
With a blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears into the thin fog of Styxia's moonlit night.
Lady Trian.
What about you, Cypher? What are you doing in the back there?
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
Don't you want to know the truth behind Thanatos?
I seek not to enter the door to the nether realm.
Alright, fair enough.
Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting, I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death.
Oh, we're gonna acknowledge you there,
in the
Cypher.
next cycle.
Okay.
Becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
Well, what do you think of that, Cypher?
I see.
We have all three demigods related. Well, I think Castorus hasn't reached that yet, but all three of these are going to become the titans of, you know, the hated titans of death, strife, and trickery, right? So, huh.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
I guess we'll see. I don't think any of this is gonna end well. Well, Cypher?
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Giorios' earth, Kephali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kephali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them.
Right.
The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean Pollux?
Yeah.
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
Oh, I see. So we have to resurrect the dragon.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
I suppose.
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
You sighed many times on the way here.
No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall, quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
Okay, yeah.
So instead of picking up objects on the way here,
we were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
Well, do we have enough
but
pieces?
all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, Such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation.
Well, let's do it and see if we can recreate a god.
The puzzle of Pollux' yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
Well, the important parts of your life that you care to talk about, maybe, but... Alright, let's put the drawing in here.
Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead? But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Oh. Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the Era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Casterus?
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called Era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
Words Miyazaki lives by.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother.
Aww.
I will use all the love
Aww.
I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse.
Oh.
Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
Oh, this is a Dark Souls boss. Oh no. Oh god. What the hell am I looking at even? Oh, 1 second. Just in time. We can listen to the OST while I gotta make this call. 1 second. Alright, there we go. God, this OST's so good, though. Head's still stuck in its egg. Yeah! Yeah, I'm saying this, it reminds me of like something you think see in Dark Souls for sure. When all targets' HP is reduced, accumulates Death Grip Bubble. Upon reaching the limit, remove damage mitigation and hit into the enhanced state. Oh, it's taking my life away!
Abyss flower, bloom.
There we go.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret? Life is not as fragile as butterfly wings.
Yeah, okay, I think.
Please, wilt here.
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Embrace. Don't be afraid, Pollux.
This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path. Serenity stands clear before me.
Dead souls, return to dust!
I think that's it. Oh, that's a lot of HP.
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
Oh boy.
Yes, it's me. I'm back.
That which is seized must be repaid.
Alright, we do this. Alright. Enhanced. That's fine.
Be careful.
Oh.
They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Oh, of course. I can't break now either. Oh well. God, that chanting in the background of the music is so good. There we go.
Please, don't turn back to the nether realm.
Oh.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted, but I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now.
Great, let's go.
They may look scary, but as long
Uh-oh. I think I might be dying. For real. What's happening?
What's wrong?
It's still stuck in the game. I'm done for.
Are you...
What's wrong with him?
His time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid his soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again.
Well, could you move on with that? Because I think we're kind of hitting a time limit.
Stay here and keep a close watch until I return. All right?
Don't get to go on a journey through death?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others.
Bullshit.
Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
Take your time. I can still hold out. I'll go too. Let's see who gets to the Netherrealm first.
That's not funny.
No. But all I got is
humor.
humor.
Then. Please. Wait for me.
Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song and follow closely behind. Please turn back. No! Venture not with me in the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me, you will lose your way in the ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by
After
anyone.
all that...
There we go. Please turn back to return to the homeland. Okay, there we go.
That you still ended... After all that, you still ended up back here.
Oh. Well, this is familiar.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Oh, I would have loved it so much if she still had the egg on her head. Just leave the egg over her head. It would have been perfect.
Is that you, Polixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning.
Yes, that's usually where you begin.
A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins.
As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset, but I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days, because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
Well, she did.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to him, and have him take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me, complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Well, what about us? We're kind of still... Oh, wait. We're switching to an Axis POV. Okay. At the same time, in Akama... Oh, God. Loud cheers from afar.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand.
Well, it acts the time to die.
When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Okay.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castoris was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
I'm not seeing what his end game is, but I guess we'll find out. Cool. Okay.
Fine. So they are leaving the final debate to him.
I suppose.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Oh. Alright, yes. Alright, let's see. Let's wrap this up. Lord Axel, you're finally here. The last speaker of the assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? Alright. Alright, this way, please. Surprised that his voice.
Actually, don't necessarily find things remaining the way they are. No, the way you say it. I'm a little nervous. Thank you.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the Assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
I actually not necessarily find things.
By Kefali above, dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City.
Speak up!
Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
Louder for those in the back!
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't, because she and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Live
wise! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akama still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akama shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akama from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akama away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Oh. Oh.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akama. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. The Chrysos heirs have only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand it. I will never believe our misdeeds are always have to end. So...
In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Akama throw a piece of pottery into the Dolium.
At the present time, on the scales of Talenton, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Oh?
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world. The last vote.
Vote for kindness. Always the performer.
The die is cast. Who will he vote for?
Talk about a grand entrance.
Okay, that's funny. That's the only one we can talk to. The Gly is confident.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
Well. So, you gonna support her or not? Oh, he is.
What's he doing?
He's such a drama queen.
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
He's got the right idea.
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote. Cast your vote.
Well.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides.
Really? In front of everyone? While you're voting? Anaxa! Anaxa! There's drawing it out! And there's making it an entire intermission!
You are... Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir.
But you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead.
As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
He just died. Yeah, maybe.
I will keep that in mind. Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else!
Elder Kindness,
I have deciphered the truth of this world!
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully enter Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
Oh, hey, Kindness went back to her seat.
No! Ligus, you can't! Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Don't want to do this in public, lady.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides, because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Of course, wow.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Ligus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago,
All of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Oh my god, you.
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at?
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, fine then. Answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway.
Everyone hates him?
But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare... everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true! Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesized demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
Oh.
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
So he's just gonna let it out now.
This is pure blasphemy!
It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with the god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
Just throwing her under the bus casually.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins.
and the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even kindness has betrayed Akuma.
The kindness of God. We're carefully evolved.
Uh-oh. Not a good day, huh?
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows.
He knows! He was there!
Respect this beautiful city and her people.
He's in on this!
You...
Lady Aglaya,
You're the guy who opened the
Gold
doors.
Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
Oh my god.
The honor is mine to bear.
What is Lycus's endgame, I have to wonder?
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how we're supposed to go.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akuma's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akuma and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akuma is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve!
Agreed!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Oh.
Die! Let him 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 die!
Oh.
Professor.
Let him die!
Let him die!
Yeah.
Let him die!
Yeah.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
Yeah.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
Yeah, there we go.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him...
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Oh, because he's gonna die anyway. Please, no problem. He's like, well, I'm dead anyway, so appease the people's wrath. Throw kindness under the bus, so she has to follow. A sea of flowers? What is this place? Time to get saved?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castrus while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
It's a beautiful place. Mom, I made it! My character arc is finally done! Kafka, I did it! Mama Kafka! I went to the end of my journey! It's over! Oh.
You're still as energetic as always.
You gotta be light when it comes to your own death, you know?
Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal. But in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emporius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the Netherworld and return you to the realm of the living.
But what do you give up in exchange?
In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
In my word, you're not going back, but at what cost?
Rest assured, defying death is Thanatos' divine authority. Fortunately, your soul hasn't dissipated. This is not a resurrection, but the extradition of a dying person back to the present world.
Well, that's nice. So you're not going back.
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey, and for your life, the only life I can save.
I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
March? What? Keep moving forward and don't look back. Wait, what? Keep going. The express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
Come on, now you have to have something. It's not easy for a lost soul to return to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Do not turn around, look forward, leave the Netherrealm, and return to the mortal realm. Alright, back to the beginning. Listen, just keep moving. Oh.
Death is such a sweet joy.
God. One day our paths will cross again.
Death is such a sweet joy.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Almost there. Finally. You look a little lonely there, Cass. Thank you, Castress. I've already made it to the end. Maybe we can have one last glance at that sea of flowers. No looking back. Only forward. Don't turn around, keep looking forward. Oh! Acheron? Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. Man, the lack of voice acting for this scene is sad. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. Acheron, what are you doing here? Did you get lost? Oh, what's this? Ventilia? From the world of these shadows and voices, what?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend! Take my hand. Let's go home.
Alright. Goodbye, Netherrealm. Hello again, Mortal Realm. Let the trailblazing continue. Huh. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together.
The Stellaron?
Is it Orynyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
Yep, definitely the Stellaron.
It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe.
Okay, it's official. Stellaron is somehow behind everything on Amphorius too.
Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely the Stellaron. Alright, Stellaron somehow created all this.
This is a riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon.
I get the feeling we're gonna need a few more patches before that gets
The
revealed.
sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally ended in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land.
Oh?
The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Presently in Akama, Celeron fate. Well, let's see how
that grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
To be the world bearer?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
Oh!
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Thainan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Era Nova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground. at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Glaya, we're back.
Yay!
Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
He's got drip. Shut up. Yeah, so here's my going theory. I think that, yes, the Stellaron is fate on Emphoria so far as something happened, I think. I don't know if it's related to the Machine Emperor Wars, or maybe something involving the Swarm disaster, potentially, or what have you. But my current thought process is that some great calamity was happening, and the Stellaron landed on Emphorius. Someone, whoever, maybe it was the entire planet, but someone made a wish for essentially the planet to be saved from this calamity, and that resulted in Emphorius being put into a cycle governed by the Titans. And the Titans became this reincarnating system of, like, cycling through gods for the purposes of keeping, you know, Emphorius preserved as the eternal sign energy thing that we see. Now, I don't know where the three paths come into play, which I believe are Erudition, we know it's Remembrance, and I don't know what the last one would be. Maybe Destruction, could be also, I don't think it's the Hillity, though Akron just showed up, so who knows. Could also be maybe, yeah, I guess Destruction would make the most sense because, like, so far, like, that's the one we haven't seen any Destruction focus on so far, but it could also be, Enigmata, trying to hide the truth by creating all these myths and histories, though. So, like, whatever it is, I think that, fundamentally, Emphorius has some sort of, like, system of fate that's forcing it to go through these cycles, and that's why we have this unique idea of death. Like, we aren't experiencing true death as experienced on, say, outside of Emphorius, right? We have this weird data collection death where, like, you are recycled into this reincarnation system thing. So that's where I think they're going with this. But who knows? I could be wrong. I'm still holding out hope that we're gonna learn the Titans are actually some crazy machines or something, like some super machines from the Machine Emperor Wars or something. And maybe, who knows, that ties into it. Like, they were machines that were fighting in the wars, but then the Stellaron turned them into gods to save the world instead or whatever. Like, I don't know. We'll see. And they're all being piloted by souls of different people, so they're like divine mecha. Maybe the idea is gonna be the core flames are all pieces of the Stellaron itself, right? Because I keep going back to this thought process back on Penacony, where the entire idea was that the Penacony Grand Theater was essentially the physical form taken of the Stellaron. That the Stellaron landed in the Memoria of Penacony. It was used by the Penaconians to turn it into the land of dreams, right? It crystallized that wish in order to creating a dream realm in the Memoria. And then that core, that heart, ended up becoming solidified as the Grand Theater over time. So I'm thinking, like, could the same thing have happened just without the Memoria, and we just turned it into some sort of data soul simulation? I don't know. Again, this is all, obviously, this is an organized theory. These are just, like, my raw thoughts, but, like, I feel like we may be heading in that direction, and it's the only thing I can think of that's gonna make sense of this cyclical reincarnation where Castris is being taken from, like, an old cycle, but is now in the new cycle and stuff like that.
I'm gladdened by your triumphant return.
Yay.
But I don't see Castris among your number.
She's kind of become the next Mighty, sorry to say.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She finally understood her origin and completed her trial.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well.
Death Titan, sure you go. Here's your death flame.
You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Alright.
gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching. Today, we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Alright, but I'm waiting for something to go wrong here. Goodbye, Casterus! Only 3 left.
Constellation for death. For life and death, to be more precise. Look! It's...
Oh. Is that Casterus?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
Oh. What'd she say? Only 3 left, yeah?
What did she say?
At least in this cycle.
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
Something's gonna go wrong. I don't trust this. Something's gonna go wrong.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
Yeah, you're supposed to drop dead about now, buddy.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind.
Uh-huh.
It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is.
Yeah, okay, whatever you say, Mr. Philosopher. Can you go on and die now?
To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the New World.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
Very good point!
How should I know?
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
This must sound so weird coming to other people hearing him just talk to himself.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
He had to be dramatic to the very end. All right.
Thankfully, she's still alive. Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at the time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally.
Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish on Vonwak that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression.
Ah.
Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
So what does that mean for when March was in the 6-phase ice originally? Miss Black Swan, there's one thing I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense. I'm merely speculating. But I appreciate your honesty, if possible.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
It's like cremators. Perfect example?
A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
Ah, so you don't want to let its existence be known, but why? So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people.
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts.
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the powers of Emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I am talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
What? Could they be the ones who hijacked March 7th's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so.
So are we talking about a group of Emanators then? It's not just one? Because usually the closer you get to an Eon is the idea that you have more power and therefore are, you know, like an Emanator is like, compared to a Pathstrider, I think an Emanator is supposed to be kind of like, you know, like a wave, right? So like if the Eon is the ocean, the Emanator is the wave, and then the Pathstrider is the foam left in the wake of the wave. So that's kind of terrifying. That's a lot of Acherons running around then.
I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What? What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
What the fuck is happening? Has something changed?
It's Fuli. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Herta?
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's, hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Oh, please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
Oh boy.
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room.
Uh-huh.
But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Walt shares the Astral Express's coordinates with the Herta. Herta's coming, baby! She's to grace the world with her beauty.
Now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Oh, God.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
Oh, God. Sunday knows how to kiss ass.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
He's learned how to kiss up.
Madam, watching you work has been your calm.
This brat.
Wait, I can't talk to Elton? Oh, there
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Welt, this young man sure is courteous.
Young. Alright, come on, we gotta have something for Herta. Be grateful, Astral Express! Fortunately, Madam Herta is quite interested in Amphorius and plans to conduct an on-the-ground investigation there. Madam Herta, could you speak with me, the fourth mirror, a little more? Oh, God! Finally!
Input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, Prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Emphoria's celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
Alright. Wait, we're not even gonna...
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, God.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Classic Herta.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Yay! Never-ending weeklies! Wow! Holy hell, Flame Reaver is tall! I did not realize how big this man is! Holy shit!
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
What?
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a Watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you.
That's a lot of documents.
After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition.
Oh!
I stake my honor, and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
So he's also an erudition emanator. Okay!
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What the hell are you talking about?
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction.
Oh, it is!
So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager.
The fuck?
And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Huh? Huh? Okay. Okay. Amphorius is imprisoning a Lord Ravager of Destruction. Good to know. So we got an Emanator of Erudition who is managing some sort of... It's a robot, an Emanator of Erudition, by the way. Who is managing some sort of system on Amphorius that is keeping a Emanator of Destruction locked away. What the fuck? Okay. That was not the angle I was expecting. Alright, so one of the... How many are there again? I have to look this up real quick, databang. We have to do this real quick. I think it's factions. Is this one it? Da-da. The way. I don't see the Lord Ravagers immediately. Maybe, did I miss them? Because I'm pretty sure there's only like 7 or 8 Lord Ravagers, right? Annihilation Gang, Destruction, Galaxy Rangers, Cienjo Alliance. Okay, yeah, I can't find it. So I don't think it's a separate thing. But, like, the Lord Ravagers of Nanook, there should be like 7 or 8 of them, right? And you're just telling me one of them's been imprisoned? Unknowing to the entire universe? In Amphorius this entire time? And an extremist faction memo key. Yes, that's true, right? The Remembrance is also interested in keeping this place hidden because they're worried that the extremists among them are going to try to use it as a model for them to be able to recreate what happened on Amphorius to every other planet. Because, you know, factions like the Memo Snatchers or the Cremators, they're all about not just taking memories, but, like, you know, capturing them and manipulating them and abusing them as they see fit. So they can see the opportunity to be like, hey, if we can put Amphorius into like a little memo capsule cycle thing, we could just, you know, try to do the same thing to every other planet, and then we're going to be able to like edit it and tweak it as we see fit to create the perfect memory, right? To preserve for the next, you know, cycle of the universe or whatever. So yeah, that's a lot of lore drops. Okay. This quest went on super extra long than I thought after the boss cutscene, but we got a lot of good stuff out of that. Okay. Oh man, that's a lot to mull over. Holy shit. And then we're gonna do some weird happy seal thing, I guess. That'll be for next time though. So we got 2 days. I can do this in 48 hours, I'm sure. Oh my god, that is so I know Herda. She's gonna be like, fuck you, I'm getting in anyway. She's like, you think you're equal to me? Bitch, please. So I think she's gonna try to force her way in anyhow. But okay, we've learned a lot. So that makes sense with Lygus. Lygus is basically put himself at the start of the Council of Elders because he's trying to puppeteer things, and it seems like he's doing it on behalf of a greater system. Which makes me question, is this greater system a bunch of robots? Does that tie into the Titans more then? Is it true that the Titans are gonna turn out to be a bunch of, like, you know, sentient machines or something? Like, I don't know where we're going with this. This is wild. But wow, okay, that makes me excited. So we have Remembrance, Erudition, and the Destruction. They've all intersected here. Black Swan knew about this, because she knew about the 3 paths. Fuli is now gazing straight at Amphorius, probably because of what happened with us, right? Because Fuli was gazing at us. So that must be that Fuli expects like some crazy stuff to happen on Amphorius in order for us to be able to write memories on behalf. Oh my god! Well, good news is there's not too long before the next patch, so we don't have to wait that long for more answers if we want it. This I'm going to now save for next time, and we're going to have to do that, though, next time. Again, I want to thank everyone who showed up for this and were watching with me on this very, very epic story. Like, oh my god, there's so much going on. I do feel there could be a little bit they could trim or something there. I feel like some of the dialogue and stuff ends up dragging when we're getting to good scenes. Like, I would have liked to go into the boss fight more and maybe got into the answers from like the elder that was basically mother to Castris, maybe like after the fight possibly. But you know, that's me nitpicking and stuff. Overall, I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy with this. So, like, yeah, I'm looking forward to when we're gonna get to the event next time and finishing things up for everyone. Now, I gotta go and probably feed the dog, so catch y'all later. Bye-bye.